My name is Jimmy.
What's up, you guys? Jimmy here, back to you with another review for The Flash. And this is episode number 8, and this is the one episode that probably many of us have been looking forward to all the first season of The Flash. The first part to The Flash and Arrow crossover, which is titled Flash versus Arrow. So, Barry is having to go after this metahuman that can kind of trigger the rage in people's brains, especially in the part of the brain that prevents you from doing something bad. Yeah, in his through his eyes. So Barry, eventually Joe and the Central City Police eventually find the man. Barry comes in to try to save him, but he was just about to get shot, and then boom! Oliver comes in as the Arrow, which got pretty excited. That was like, it was the Barry that got saved. But eventually they meet up. Barry kind of wants to do a team up, because this is the first time that they've done something together since he's had his powers. Oliver wasn't all for it. I don't know if it was pride or anything, because they came in with a boomerang, which many of us already know whose boomerang that is. I mean, us that are comic book readers know who it is. But that's when Barry suggests the team up. Oliver helps him with his metahuman. He'll help Oliver with the guy with the boomerang. Yeah, but you see that other people are not all for it, like especially Wells and Joe, because of what Oliver did in the past, back in season 1 of the show. Which I guess it kind of understandable, because he killed people. Even though they were bad people, he killed them. But he's changed. He's done better for Starling City. So they just didn't know that. But eventually, Oliver does provide Barry some training, because he doesn't examine his surroundings. He just runs in there, and he kind of shows Barry in the hard way. Luckily, he can heal fast. Thank God he can do that. Otherwise, that would hurt for a long while. But eventually Barry, just not wanting Oliver's help because of him getting shot 2 arrows in the back, eventually goes out through the metahuman, and eventually he's infected himself. And he's acting all normal and whatnot. Then Barry asks him for another session, and that's when his rage comes in. The rage comes in, because I guess with his super speed, with his powers, he was able to fight it off. But it built up more and more, and then he's starting to go after the people that, after his boss kind of making him angry at work. That's when he started to go after people that just really made him mad, because Eddie wanted to do a task force to bring in the Flash. So he goes after Eddie full on. I think it was more of the anger about Iris, because how he really likes Iris, and especially us comic book readers know that a lot. Yeah. But eventually they were trying to come up with a plan to bring down Barry, take away that anger, because now Harrison and the people at Star Labs know that Oliver is the Arrow. But Oliver was, I have to say, in this fight, it was actually pretty good, I have to say. There were times where Oliver had the upper hand. There was times that Barry had the upper hand. So it was almost like, in a way, they were equally matched in this fight. But they were able to flash these different random colors of flashing lights at him. Almost seems like the flash of colors that will give people epilepsy. Give people that have epilepsy seizures. But yeah. But Oliver says a speech about them keeping his secret a secret, and Oliver gives Barry some last advice that he should not be with Iris, because it's only going to end bad for the both of them. Yeah. But that's pretty much it for the main part of the episode. And if you don't want to hear about the final scene of the episode, this is a spoiler alert. At the end of the episode, we get to see a guy. He almost looked like homeless. And these, like, a type of thug type, not really thug people, but criminals, come after him. Look at the face. It's Ronnie. He is alive. And he burst into flames, at least in his face and hands. And all of us comic book readers, that is Firestorm. Which I'm looking forward to how they're going to set up the other half of Firestorm. Because I know they did release a while back the second half of Firestorm, not being the guy that we always knew it to be from the comics, but yeah. But overall, this was very, very cool. Probably one of my personal favorite episodes of the season. Have to be. You know, for the fact that we finally got to see Ronnie after so much. And plus, Harrison made a reference to Batman, you know, when he's talking about how Oliver does things. You know, he's saying Batman does his brutal, dark stuff. This shows that Batman already does exist. But will we see him in this television universe? I don't know, because it only consists of The Flash and Arrow and whatever they're going to be doing as the third show. Which, I mean, we can narrow it off for a couple things. It can't be this Teen Titans show, and it can't be the Supergirl show. But, you know, there are multiple possibilities on that. You know, just hear, that was so cool just to hear a Batman reference. That shows that he is real. I mean, he's existed ever since season 1 of Arrow. Then, probably before Oliver went to the island. Because, you know, how we know Batman has been Batman probably longer than Oliver was Green Arrow. You know, overall, really looking forward to next week's episode. Maybe with the fact that it's a 2-part episode, maybe this will help Arrow a little bit more than usual. I'm not saying it's bad, but it seems like more people are liking on The Flash than Arrow, which I kind of understand. Superpowers. And also, Barry has his villains instead of mixed up villains, like Arrow's got. But, hey, I'm looking forward to tomorrow's episode because we already know from last week's episode on the hinting of who's going to be in the episode. I hope they continue this, even with Arrow, with the after credit thing. You know, the scene that sets up what's going to happen in the next episode. Because I think that's actually cool for TV shows to do this. I mean, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. does it, The Flash does it, Arrow is starting to do it. I think, you know, besides The Walking Dead, I think comic book related shows need to do something like that. Because it gets people interested, a little excited for the next episode. That's what I'm thinking. But, I guess that is pretty much it for my review and thoughts on the episode. Let me know down below. And also, there has been a reveal for an update on the cast of the Suicide Squad TV show. Let me show you who's on it. You have Jared Leto as the Joker, which many of us already know. Will Smith as Deadshot. Let's just hope he doesn't disappoint me, because Deadshot's always been my favorite Suicide Squad member, and I'm always supporting the change of race. Let's just hope he does good with it. You got Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, of course. You have Tom Hardy as Rick Flag. You have Clara whatever her last name, as Enchantress, and you have Jai Courtney as Boomerang, or Captain Boomerang, which you may know him from that show Spartacus, and also he was Bruce Willis's son in A Good Day to Die Hard. Just to give you a hint on who it is, but like I said, just answer that question and what you think of that casting. The casting for Suicide Squad, and as always, my name's Jimmy, and until next time, bye.